Hi, I'm Gary Engler, your socialist grandfather. Based on the following definition, our last episode offered a fascism checklist. The definition is fascism is a form of political behavior marked by obsessive preoccupation with community decline, humiliation, or victimhood, and by compensatory cults of unity, energy, and purity, in which a mass based party of committed nationalist militants working in uneasy but effective collaboration with traditional elites abandons democratic liberties and pursues with redemptive violence and without ethical or legal restraints goals of internal cleansing and external expansion. Sounds somewhat familiar to me. Supporters of capitalism claim it is integral to democracy, but evidence suggests the opposite. Everywhere fascism has taken power or grown quickly is because the wealthy and powerful have thrown their support behind it. When forced to choose between property rights and democracy, capitalists choose self interest, maintaining their wealth and power. No surprise there. Today, rich people are abandoning conservative parties in favor of the extreme right, or are pushing their traditional parties to the extreme right. And it is likely to get worse unless we get together to block it. Instead, the system divides us and thus conquers us with barely a struggle. Perhaps that shouldn't be surprising. Getting people to fight wars has always required dehumanization of others. Whoever you are fighting must be bad. In fact, all systems of minority rule depend on the dehumanization of others. Slavery required dehumanization of slaves. Patriarchy required dehumanization of women. Feudalism required the dehumanization of peasants. Wage slavery required the dehumanization of workers. Divided, conquered, alienated, depressed, those who work for wages lost, and neoliberal capitalists won. The rich are getting richer, while most of us struggle to keep up with the cost of living. The planet is heating up, but powerful people don't do nearly enough about it because burning petroleum products and militarism remain extremely profitable. But here's a warning: those self described opponents of the system who hearken back to the good old days of Keynesian economics are also mistaken and dangerous. Even if capitalists would accept it, what good will be achieved by returning to the days of social democratic illusion? So we can repeat the cycle again? We use our power to regulate them for a few years, then they use their economic power to overturn the regulations. Rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, as Trump round two strongly suggests, the most likely successors to capitalist so called liberal democracies are authoritarian regimes, whether led by outright fascists or those billionaire chosen emperor CEOs. Capitalists have never liked democracy, certainly not in the sense of one person, one vote decision making. They certainly have never run the enterprises they own on such principles. Rather, they prefer top down decision making with owners hiring managers to tell bosses what to tell workers to do. The legal systems of most corporations and other forms of capitalist owned companies are based on rules that originated with feudal era master servant relationships. The orders of bosses and owners must be followed. Sounds a lot like fascism to me. Capitalists believe in the divine right of capitalist ownership every bit as much as royal despots believed in the divine right of kings, or fascist dictators believe in top down authority. So, what is the alternative to capitalism and its system of minority rule that leads inevitably towards authoritarianism or worse? That is the subject of our next episode. But here's a quick preview. The choice is economic democracy or no democracy.